Hey guys, we're so glad you tuned in tonight to meet the startups. I'm Magdalena from the Digital Hub and I welcome you to our Euregio edition. Together with my co-host Larissa, we will guide you through the event tonight.
Also a very warm welcome from my side. I'm happy to be here and to guide you through the evening together with Maggie. And I'm happy that you tuned in already to our 9th Meet the Startups. But how did we get here? Maggie, can you tell me?
Well, let me tell you the little fairy tale of how it all began. Once upon a time, not so long ago, the Digital Hub Aachen settled down in this beautiful co-working space under the roofs of an old church. A bit later, they got in touch with the Students' Association ACE that had already been on the move in Aachen for a while. One day, over a strong coffee at the Elysee bar, they both realized that they shared the same vision of providing startups with a stage to pitch their business model and to make great contacts as well. And so it came as it was meant to be. A new event was born and they named it Meet the Startups. And if they haven't parted, they keep planning many great new events of Meet the Startups ever after. What a great story, isn't it?
It is, and now we're here with our partners from the Netherlands and from Belgium, and also with you guys. And we are pretty interested in where you are from, or actually where you are based right now. Are you based in the Netherlands, in Belgium, in Germany, or maybe somewhere else? Please fill out the poll, which will pop up soon in the Wordly, and select where you're based right now.
I'm pretty sure that there will be some German guys, but also Belgish and Dutch people. And to the ones of you who chose other, why don't you post in the chat where you are from? I'm really looking forward to the answers. One thing is clear, another really great network is meeting here tonight. So Larissa, you know exactly what's going on.
Yes. We will start with the Aachen area and the Aachener teams and the Aachener organizations as well. So Digital Hub and ACE will present themselves and also the 6 startups. The startups will start with pitching their business in 3 minutes and then another 3 minutes follow where you can ask questions and the startups will answer them. So please make already sure that during the pitch you already write all your questions into the chat that they can answer the questions then. The chat is on the left side of the navigation bar. After the German part, we will have a short break of about 10 minutes. And then the break you can use to refill your glasses, but also to network, because we will open the networking area. Afterwards, we will have the Dutch teams and the Dutch partners, Keske and Brightlands. And last but not least, the Belgium partner, Corda Campus, and the Belgium team will present themselves. You think the evening is over then? No. We have also a fair which will open then, and we highly invite you to come over to network more, to look for a job, and to ask all your questions which haven't been answered until then.
Well, let's start with the cooperation partners who have all recorded a video for you. First of all, we will see what Andy and Udo from the Digital Hub Aachen want to share with you. Now.
Hello everybody.
Ahoy.
Goedenavond.
And good evening.
To all of you, a very warm welcome on behalf of the whole Digital Hub Aachen team here from Germany, from the Digital Church.
Did you know that an exchange between different people and cultures increases creativity?
Did you know that there are 2 more countries just around the corner with a lot of market potential?
Did you know that Netherlands and Belgium are closer than Düsseldorf, Bonn, or even Cologne?
Yes, we all know that, do we?
And therefore, and a lot of other reasons, we come together this evening. My name is Andy, and our startup team takes care of all matters of startups.
My name is Udo, and our SME team takes care of all matters of SMEs. So I remember one of the first meetings that I've been invited to at Brightlands in Herden with Bert Schindler, Rick Gorgels, and of course Andy. We had a lot of fun, also joking, dreaming a little bit around, thinking about Woodstock, Burning Man, the meaning of one common sense. a come-together of the region, a great festival of the Euregio community, a big event across the borders, where we are all together shaping our tomorrow.
And here we are at Meet the Startups Euregio. It is so impressive, the spirit, the energy. But let me tell you why this event is so important for our startups. One of our tasks within the startup team is that we support startups with coaching, matchmaking and co-working. And this, of course, doesn't end at the border. In the end, we all have, let's say, the same dream, a strong region with great opportunities. All of our countries have its own strengths, so why we shouldn't combine them? Another example, for an early stage startup, it's really important to find experts, get market know-how, receive feedback about the products or services. So it is a huge advantage for them to have the possibility to take also a look across the border and find additional opportunities and answers. Furthermore, for scale-ups, it's much easier to extend their business to other countries when they already have a network in the preferred destination country. These are just a few examples. So Udo, let us know why this event is so important for you and our SMEs.
Of course, Andi, thank you. With our SME team, we are supporting our members also with the 3 pillars: co-working, matching, consulting and training. At the Digital Hub in general, we create the ecosystem which supports the development of digital innovations and business models through information, education and consulting, combined with networking and co-working, as well as infrastructure and financing services. But one thing is outstanding: our community, the members, the network, to shape digitization together with SMEs, startups, authorities, government institutions and so on. Matching the right people and topics together, create trust and success together. Together is the key. And because this is so important, we made it to our headline for the Digital Summit this year: Cooperate or Die, together into a successful future. To cooperate is the grant for success, and that is why this event is so important. Meet the Startups is not only Meet the Startups, it is Meet the SMEs, Meet the investors, meet diversity, meet nice people with the same mindset, meet the region, meet creativity and energy, meet success.
So let's shape the future together.
We are looking forward to meet you soon at Keske,
Brightlands, Corda Campus, one of our new community members, The Beacon,
or here in the Digital Church at the Digital Hub.
And you are heartily invited to be a member of the community, a member of our club.
Enjoy the evening, have fun.
Goodbye
Tot ziens.
und auf Wiedersehen.
Your
Your
friends from the Digital Hub Aachen.
Great, thanks Andi and Udo. And for the greetings on behalf of ACE, there's Fred now here in the church, and he will come on stage and tell you something really nice.
Yeah, great pitch, Andi and Udo. This is crazy because I had like 5 minutes to prepare the speech. And I'm Fred. I'm here to represent ACE. And what is ACE? So we are basically a community of founders, future founders, and people who want to grow the entrepreneurial ecosystem here in Aachen. How do we do this? With events like this, Meet the Startups. Then we also had the Accelerator, which was taking place last semester. The next startup, Rita, was founded there. I'm very excited for them. And additionally, we have workshops which are always for free, where you can learn entrepreneurial skills. And yeah, we are always looking for new members. So feel free to contact us and have fun at the event. And yeah, see you soon. Bye.
Great, thank you, Fred, and see you later. Well, Larissa, I think we have to start with the teams.
Yes, and we start with Rita, and I'm very happy to introduce them. They do something really useful. They help you to reach your targets. And who doesn't needs help with this? Well, at least I do. And how they do so, Fabian can explain much better. And here's Fabian, the stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much, Larissa. Good evening, everybody. We are Rita. Reach your targets. Something that everybody wants, but is quite hard to achieve. New Year's resolutions are a good example. Already in February, only 20% of people are still pursuing their goals. That is, even though tracking and motivational apps are on the rise. The problem is, we pursue more than 4 goals simultaneously, but tracking apps are specialized on certain use cases. So as a user, we have no overview of where we're at and where we need improving. Our solution is a central digital platform for your personal targets. We visualize your targets and integrate data from your favorite tracking apps to really create a unique user experience. The combination of both data aggregation and visualization makes us stand out from our competition. In our product, you have all your targets in one place, personalized visualizations, and our algorithms learn from your data to support you, so you can reach your targets sustainably and consciously. The global market for self-development was $38 billion in 2019 and is expected to grow 5% year over year. Apps alone account for $100 million. So we strive to attain 1.5 million yearly revenues with 25,000 premium customers in 2022. Why now? Well, we leverage 2 trends, connectivity and self-development. More and more people are using tracking applications, both in Germany and internationally. And especially millennials are keen on developing themselves, even more so than finding love. In our product, we focus on a clean design, so our customers can really focus on their targets. So far, we have developed the visualization, and the next steps are to integrate data interfaces and build our algorithms. This all leads up to our vision. We want to build a digital personal coach that supports people in developing their best self. Our team is a solid foundation to do that. We combine experiences from entrepreneurship, platform strategies, product and customer development. Tonight, we want to ask you to follow us on Instagram and download our MVP in the beginning of May in the Google Play stores, so you can reach your targets with us. Thank you very much, and now I'm looking forward to your questions.
Thank you, Fabian, for your pitch. We are waiting now for your questions, so please type them in the chat area, and I will get them then here on my tablet. We have a team of 2 people who will collect the questions and combine them and bundle them. But while I'm waiting, I'll tell why I'm so happy that you're here. It's because Rita won our Accelerator program, which started last year in November and went then until this February. And so now they are here. And my first question would be, what is already in your first product, in your first included? Is there already a full product, or is it a minimal viable product?
Yes, so you could really say this is the definition of minimum viable product, because really we focus on the minimum that we research basically. So we focus right now on the visualization part, which is obviously the easier part of realizing. And as I mentioned in the pitch, the next product steps or features will be to implement the data integration from your favorite tracking apps, and then on top of that, build our algorithms.
That sounds pretty good. I have the first question. What are your goals for Rita?
Well, it's really quite easy. So I'm really I'm basically part of one of the millennials, so I'm really keen on developing myself, and I want to create Rita together with my team to really help people developing themselves, making it easier through visualization and the power of data.
Great. And maybe a little bit more personal, what would be your first goals on which would you enter in Rita?
Well, I'm basically the person who I mentioned in the beginning. So I'm the average. I have 4 goals right now. One is to learn a language. So I really want to learn Portuguese, and that's what I'm currently doing. And I would have a nice visualization of probably the Albufeira or a nice beach in Brazil. So this would be my goal, which I would put first onto the app. Yes.
Sounds good. The next question is, does the digital couching cover health-related issues?
Yeah, that's a really interesting opportunity that you're mentioning. So we really want to not focus onto one topic specifically, because we think that targets can be anything. So we don't focus on one specific thing, for example, the health sector, but we want to really make it broad. And then depending on what our customers want to have their data analyzed, then we will extend our interfaces and APIs regarding those topics. So obviously health could be a huge opportunity for us, but I could not say right now.
Okay, so I could read more books, but also enter, get stomach muscles and
yes,
okay.
Exactly.
That sounds pretty good. So since there are no more questions, I guess your pitch was pretty awesome and covered all the questions. But if you have later some more questions, you can join Fabian in the affairs section.
Yes, thank you very much for the stage.
You're welcome.
The startup, Not Just a Rule, takes care of your personal security, and they do it in a clever and in a pretty way. A cool fact on the site, one of the co-founders is Vanessa, who used to be part of the Digital Hub team. So I'm really excited to see what's going on in her startup in Berlin right now. But for now, let's watch the pitch of Susanna, who's also one of the co-founders and who joins us now from home.
Hi, everyone. Hope you see me. So, Not Just a Jewel is a lifestyle brand which combines design and tech in a wearable, making a statement against violence. But why? So now the next slide is not coming. Let's see. Now, domestic and public violence against women is a huge problem. That leads to the fact that 80% of all women feel insecure in everyday situations, like, for example, while walking home alone at night. Our mission with Not Just a Jewel is to strengthen the sense of security of these people and enabling them to actively and self-determined protect themselves and others. And this is how it works. Police and self-defense experts recommend to carry a personal loud alarm as the most effective way to scare away aggressors and to get the attention of other people around for help. What we do is implementing a powerful alarm into a nicely designed jewelry bracelet and connect it as a standalone device with our Guardian community app. This solution creates a bunch of advantages. With a two-way activation mechanism, the user is able to either trigger the loud or a silent alarm very fast, easy, and intuitive with just one finger. In case of activation, a SMS with the GPS data goes to pre-chosen SOS contacts. In this SMS, there's a link to our secure website where he or she can follow your live location and come for your help or call the police. This is our team. Our advantage is the combination of different professional backgrounds and networks. We cover the whole product development and unite strategic, creative, communicative, and technical skills in agile teamwork. Together, we already achieved a couple of milestones. We produced our first functional prototypes, which already gets 120 dB loud and are connected via Bluetooth to our already functional app. These prototypes we presented during Berlin Fashion Week in cooperation with the designer Kilian Kerner and got first media feedback. With just one article in the FAZ, we achieved more than 900 subscriptions to our pre-order list. We also convinced the AXA Insurance of a win-win cooperation with their security app WayGuard, with which we can offer our users a 24/7 access to their emergency service center. Last but not least, we secured our pre-seed funding together with our early investment partners and the Access Scholarship, and we are currently setting up our seed round. Within the next 6 months, we will make our bracelet production ready, launch our app, and create a lot of traction. For that, we are searching for you to be a part of our team. So please feel free to connect, and let's together make a game-changing statement against violence. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, Susanna, for the nice pitch. My first question, as long as there's no question in the chat, is, have you ever been to Aachen, actually, to the digital church? Because I know that you're in Berlin right now.
Yes. Actually, no. So I would really have loved to be with you right now. But as we all know, with this situation, it's tricky.
Oh, okay.
but actually, I really have to come and visit this really nice location.
And do you have a bracelet with you, which I have seen on the website already? And maybe you could show us the bracelet into the camera.
I can show you our prototype here.
Oh, wow, that looks pretty.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, as you see, the biggest challenge is to miniaturize the whole technical components. So what you have seen here is what we achieved just with the power of the 4 of us in the team. So now, as we secured our funding, we are able to work with partners and to integrate the IoT. So right now it's connected via Bluetooth, but our plan is like within the next 6 months to integrate the IoT part, also in cooperation with the RWTH in Aachen. And so we are really looking forward. And what we really need is like support from maybe some of you, maybe in combination with a bachelor or master thesis or like with an internship. So yeah, we are happy to connect.
Yeah, feel free to meet Susanna later at her online booth. And here's one question in the chat. I will read it out. What are the current competitions of Not Just a Jewel?
So we always say we have indirect and direct competitors. So indirect is everything like pepper spray, and there are also loud alarms, but they are like not connected, so that you are not able to send a GPS signal. So then there are a couple of competitors with silent alert only. So for us, it's really important to integrate this loud alarm, and this is what I said before, the biggest challenge to really integrate it into a really small and pretty piece. So right now we are at the stage that we can decrease the size to 10 millimeters height. So this is our goal, and so this really differs us from everything what's out there right now, and we are really the first one on the market who combines a loud alarm function with the IoT functionality.
Yeah, there's something else in the chat, and they say, awesome idea. I wonder if you charge a one-time or a monthly fee for your service.
Really good question. Because of the pricing strategy, we are still figuring out with testing and with talking to experts. But obviously, because of the IoT, we need to pay monthly services. So there will be, so for everyone who's purchasing a bracelet, there will be a 1-year free membership. But after that, there will be a monthly price for still being able to use all services. So, but you can still use the loud alarm and the app services, and with the free app, you also can trigger an alarm.
Great. I will ask you one last quick question. Is it only available in bracelet form? Or are they different styles for different personalities?
Yes. So for market entry, yes, it's only bracelets, but we have a lot of plans for different kind of products.
Cool. So guys, stay tuned and follow Not Just a Jewelry. And see you later, Susanna. Thanks.
Thank you. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Artificial intelligence, one of the buzzwords for quite some time now. And our next startup is filling it with life. They develop an AI for perception of visual data and point clouds. This helps to plan factories and buildings. Jan is one of the co-founders of Euregio, and he's here to tell you more.
Hi, thank you so much, Larissa, and thank you so much for Meet the Startups. My name is Jan, and together with Felix and Patrick, I created Euregio, next-level visual digital twins powered by 3D scans and artificial intelligence. Now, this has been a long list of buzzwords, but our B2B software helps manufacturing companies to plan, simulate, and change assets more efficiently via AI and three-dimensional scans. I brought one with me, so you can take a look at it. 3D scans are millimeter-accurate copies of reality, and they are great for modeling or documenting, but they are super bulky. Computers do not understand that there's a computer or that there is a TV or walls. And what you can see here is we predict it. We predict the walls, the floor. We can also predict any other object which has a AC.E model. So what you see now is where we predict, for example, the TVs and the chairs. And this opens up a whole variety of opportunities for this kind of market to change layouts or to model scenarios. It's very important, for example, at factories where you have a lot of change. For example, changing from combustion engine cars to electrical cars. Now, many of the manufacturers, they actually plan in PowerPoint because they do not know what is really out there in their factories. And with our AI, everyone can suddenly and directly plan and simulate on this reality data. And if you think about continuous scanning, it's only a must-have to have AI in this. Just look at this beauty of a scan from Navis. It's millimeter accurate, and we humans can see there's a pipe or there's a valve, but computers cannot understand. So our AI helps it, and it looks a little bit like this. You have the input scan, you identify the objects, and you create value from it. Might it be inventory, or export it to CAD, or create floor plans and other things from it. In factories, we do the same, but with very, very much precision, so people can actually change the factory layout from one day to the other. So we're currently offering this as a B2B microservice to other pilot customers, for example, DAX companies we've talked to. I don't want to talk so much about financials, but we are currently profitable and having a great time already employing 2 people, and I think there's going to be way much more in the next future. So please remember that 3D manual scanning is great, but intelligent 3D data analysis is what makes 3D scans smart. And with more than 5 million square meters scanned each month, there is a big market for us to develop and explore this artificial intelligence together. Maybe with your iPad or iPhone, because they currently can create point clouds or 3D scans. So I hope you are so interested in our technology and love point clouds as much as we do, and get in touch with us. Send us your point clouds. We want to have and explore this technology with you together. Thank you so much. And now let's go to the Q&A.
Thank you, Jan. So that sounds pretty awesome, everything. Were you the first people to think about that, or are there other competitors?
Currently, we do have indirect competitors, which are, for example, working with heuristics. So they identify the object not based on deep learning, but on the shape. So they say, well, this is a big cube, it must be some kind of wall, which is going like half the way, but not all the way. Of course, there are other ideas and workflows, but we are one of the pioneers. Yeah.
Nice. And I understood you're working on for B2B, but what is the vision? Are you planning to have also devices for the end-to-end customer?
Yeah, so Apple has made the decision to integrate those LiDAR sensors in iPad and iPhones. And if we think about how we work with images today, we can look into the future and say, well, 3D scans, they contain more information. Why are we modeling our future office or our future living room with 3D scanning data? So there is enough space for B2C products as well. But first off, we will start with B2B.
So is it something with, like I know there's some apps where you can have the phone and scan your room and then try to check out what's there?
Yeah, it's not based on photos or videos. It's actually based on laser scanning that comes to the object, gets back, and then it creates something like a point cloud. So yeah, this is the way it works.
Okay, so first question from our chat is, what kind of customers do you have right now?
Yeah, so we are having a lot of manufacturing customers because they are under pressure to change their factory layouts. But we also have customers in the office space. They have millions of square meters of office space and they just want to catalog it or they want to work with it. And those are just the big B2B customers we have. And then we're talking about construction, for example, where you want to track the progress of a building site. Those are the typical customers we have. Yeah.
Cool, and that kind of also answers already the next question. Is Rico also usable for offices?
Yeah, it's absolutely usable for offices. We actually started off with offices, as you saw on the scan, because it is super helpful to understand. Everyone can imagine a way. We could scan this church, and I could zap, and then we could empty it out. And you guys could start planning again, how do we want to locate stuff, and do scenario modeling on it.
Very cool. Next from the chat, I understand you focus mostly on industrial applications, but what about real estate?
Yeah, so we are working on real estate when it's about predicting, for example, square meter space of large office buildings. This is something we do. But the question is, where do you have continuous scanning? So, for example, there are parts of autonomous scanning where you have actually a robot walking through the facility and scanning the 3D data. And there you need a lot of AI, because in real estate you mostly do one scan, then you analyze it, and then you're done. And we want to go towards the way where you do continuous scanning. But yeah, real estate is a topic.
So you're not checked on a certain number of rooms. The robot goes to any room.
Yeah, so our clients usually have point clouds in the size of 10,000 square meters or more. And it takes us a little less than a minute to analyze them.
What kind of deep learning tool do you use to work with 3D point cloud data?
Yeah, so it's a very high topic, and this goes a little bit into IP. So I can say that we spent a lot of time, and we also built our own tools for that as well.
All right, next question. What is the start point of the scans? Simple images?
So the start point of the scans is the LiDAR sensor, which shoots the laser beams. And then what the scanner from Navis, for example, does is it does panorama pictures. And then in the post-processing, they map the pixels of the pictures to the laser points in the space. And this is how you create, for example, color in the point cloud. We don't need color. We are predicting on geometry alone, but also on color maybe. But we do not need the color essentially to predict.
All right, so we will see what comes next.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here, and let's go.
Our next team also makes use of the trend topic AI. Economics is developing an assistant for digital processes. So Dennis Golovin is now with us from home, and you can enjoy his pitch. Great, Dennis, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. We at Economics are building a hybrid intelligence platform. Everybody knows what a platform is, but what the hell is hybrid intelligence? Well, hybrid intelligence is the field where people are developing solutions to intelligently support people during the work. So hybrid intelligence learns by observing how the people work and tries to automate everything that is automatable. But don't make the mistake and confuse hybrid intelligence with substituting humans at all. Because hybrid intelligence, or the field of hybrid intelligence, has accepted the fact that there are many areas where a human is required, and it has to make use of a human intelligence. Now, let's get a little bit deeper and understand what hybrid intelligence is by asking the following question. Who should use economics, or for that matter, hybrid intelligence? Well, people who focus on administrative work. These are people working for insurances, HR departments, logistics, finance departments, and many more. Let's zoom in and get in the shoes of somebody who sits in the finance department. This employee sees purchase orders all day long. And his task is to extract valuable information from this purchase order and maybe put them into a database or something like that. Economics has observed this task many times previously and now knows what information needs to be extracted. For example, the issue date here at the bottom or the buyer name. And economics provides small automations for these extraction tasks, like for the issue date or for the buyer name. So you could click on this generated, we call it smart button, and the small task would be automated for you. Now, this is a PDF. Where can we utilize economics to? Well, for example, in SAP, HubSpot, in your file system, in Excel, basically everywhere where you're performing repetitive tasks, which can in theory be learned, will be learned by economics. Now, these tasks are really short. How much of an efficiency gain will you experience? Well, in administrative work, you will experience over 60% of an efficiency gain, all with the power of just our smart buttons. Now, if you are interested in changing how people are working, then join us, because we are currently hiring. We're searching for full-time developers, data scientists, marketing and sales experts. Thank you very much.
We thank you, Dennis. Thanks for your great pitch. And it's always nice seeing you because we got to know each other in the incubation program of last year. And I remember the big demo day in January where you pitched your idea first time on this stage. So now it's really great seeing you, although you're pitching at home. But I sent you lots of greetings from the church. So I'm waiting a little bit for questions in the chat. Please feel free to type them down now. And my question to you is, what are you working on right now? Do you have some pilot project with partners?
Yeah, really nice question. We are currently deploying our system at various customers. So we basically passed the stage of an MVP or POC, and now we are actually inserting our product in the production line of different companies. These companies are also come from very different areas. Like, for example, we have an insurance company who wants to use our system in production. But then are also people from manufacturing areas. So this solution is basically applicable in any vertical.
Great, thanks for the answer. And maybe you can tell me a little bit more about your team. Who else is with you, and what's the special thing about your team?
With me is Alex and Eric. We know each other for quite some time now. I know Alex for over 20 years, so most of my life. And Eric I also know for 10 years now. And also what's special about us is that Eric and we quit our jobs during the pandemic in order to found economics. And also, maybe also news for you, Magdalena, we have a new employee. A really nice developer who will be supporting us full-time from next month on.
Great, I really hope to see you soon, maybe in the church or online. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meet you. And right now here's a question in the chat. How do employees react to your software?
Employees usually really like it. So this was actually also a concern of us because they have the fear. So this was our fear that the employees will have the fear of being completely automated away. But this is not the case at all, because there are so many tedious tasks which has to be performed by these people. They usually wish to automate these small tasks away and concentrate on the more creative ones.
That sounds great. There are no more questions in the chat right now. Yeah, so I guess you will meet some guys later at your digital booth. I'm looking forward to it, and I wish you have a nice evening. See you later, Dennis.
See you, bye.
The population is getting older, and care gets more and more of an issue. ElderTech is helping you to organize and plan care more efficiently by using and connecting intelligent aids and sensors for a safe home in old age. Arthur is again live here in church, and he will be here getting his pointer to zip forward, and here he is.
All right, thank you, Larissa. Imagine one day you receive a call that from now on you are responsible for the life of another person, for your mother, for your father, for your grandparents. What would be the questions that you would raise? What would you do? What would be the special situation? Out of our own experiences in our own families, we discovered that almost everybody has the same questions. So, is the person well that you are caring for? Has he or she drank enough? Has he or she fallen down maybe in her own home? And has he or she taken her medicine right? Missing medication or mistimed medication can have very serious consequences. And let me say, you're not alone with this type of concerns in the care situation. Right now, we have about 4.1 million people in Germany who are in need of care, and about 3.3 million people live alone at home, get cared by their relatives. Plus, the hidden numbers, so the people without an official care grade, are even doubling up this complete number. So almost 10% of Germany's population is in any kind of care situation. And these people have the same questions that you would raise. But Eldertech has a solution for that. Eldertech, as a company, can help you for your and your loved ones. We started to develop a platform, and you see right now, these are not mock-ups, these are real products that we already have. On the left-hand side, you see an age-appropriate version of a tablet application. On the right-hand side, you see basically our dashboard. We connect them both and make the video communication possible. Plus, we integrate as well the smart sensors, smart home devices, and also the smart home care devices to ease this complete situation of care. And plus, we know that care is a very complicated thing. If you care alone, you can organize yourself, but we also integrated in our app some planning features, some organization features, learning features, personal assistance, telecare, so that you have a one-stop shop for your care of your loved ones. So what are the real benefits for carers? We create quality in care. Through faster reaction and better care experiences, we create, and even in pandemic times, we allow people to do their care and their duty from remote without exposure to pandemic situation. We make care affordable, so we create more efficiency, plus we allow them in a low price segment to make the care the same as it would be in person. We create peace of mind. So having a dashboard of the care status and knowing that everything is all right takes away the latent stress and from carers and make them more relaxed. So we enable people to have a self-determined life in aging in their own homes. Basically, that's it. I'm already over time. I'm sorry about that. Our vision is an optimal care environment for all caregivers and care recipients at every point of their care biography. So if you want to be part of this journey, we are more than happy and more than welcome to welcome you as a tester, and we are hiring as well.
Thank you, Arthur, for your pitch. And I'm waiting for the questions. And you said you're hiring. For whom are you looking?
Basically, as almost everybody, we are looking for developers. We are looking for front-end developers. We are looking for developers with an AWS background, as this is our background technology, or back-end technology. I'm not a technical guy. But we are open for internships. We are open also for working students, so that's fine for us.
Awesome. And what do I need to get to be a test user?
Basically, right now, everything that you need is to have a person that you are caring for and a kind of openness in time and willing to do this testing so that our product can be co-developed with you and your family.
Okay, so there will be some times where we are getting in contact and interviewing and reviewing the product and...
Exactly, absolutely. So it would be that we provide you the application and we provide you also some other stuff, and in kind of a weekly or a daily, not a daily, but a weekly or bi-weekly call, we just get your feedback and integrate it really in our app again.
Sounds great. So if you have someone whom you're caring for, join later the networking session. But first, some questions from the chat. What is your roadmap for this year?
Yeah, we are kind of behind of our schedule. We wanted to start a bit earlier, but the beta test phase is right now on time. Most probably, we will start our market approach in June or July after the integration of the feedbacks from the beta tester. And then, most probably, we aim at a specific number in sales until end of the year.
So then we can connect you with Fabian to reach your targets better.
Absolutely.
How big is your startup in terms of employees?
Very good question. Thank you for that. We started last year, and if anybody would have told me that within the first year we will be a team of about 5 people already, plus students, plus internships, plus external contracted members, I would have said that's not possible. But this is the situation right now. So around about 15 people are right now working really on the LTech project.
What kind of smart devices are you planning to integrate into the system?
You have to divide between the smart home and the smart home care products. Smart home market is about 3 to 4 years in front of, or in terms of time, in front of the development of smart home care technologies. In smart home, we basically can integrate the complete market, but the more important thing for us in care is to integrate smart home care products. So, for example, medical dispensers, hydration devices, products that help with incontinencia, man-down recognition, bed exit sensors. There is a very big number of products that we will integrate and that we can integrate already right now.
What is your pricing strategy? Have you decided on a price? Do insurance companies cover the costs?
Wonderful question. Yes, we decided about the pricing model for our B2C customer segment. So for people that are caring themselves, we'll have the 3-stage contract model down to some grant regulations, regulations. We cannot right now say in the official price, but it will be in a low 2-digit number. So basically Netflix price range, for some of you people will know that. The reimbursement by insurance companies is absolutely planned, and we already got some first interviews and first contacts to insurance companies to integrate as well our product as an official care aid and get it reimbursed by the insurance companies.
Awesome. Last question, quick answer. Do your organization provide caretakers to the elders?
By partners.
By partners. All right.
Short enough?
Short enough. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Arthur.
Thank you.
Sport can be so much. Hobby, passion, profession, or do it like our next startup and turn fitness into a business model. Sebastian, one of the co-founders of Smira, has prepared a video for us, and he takes us with him into his home gym. So he wants to help us staying fit at home, and I wish you lots of fun watching his video.
Hi Sebastian, nice to see you.
Hey, come in. I'm a bit in a hurry. I'm on my way to a workout.
Nice, can I join you?
Sure, follow me.
Do you have a fitness goal?
Yes, my New Year's resolution for this year is to be more healthy and more active.
I heard that over 80% of the New Year's resolutions fail already by February. How's it going for you?
Yes, that's true, but I found a great way to stick to my fitness routine.
Now I'm curious.
Let's go to the living room.
To the living room? I thought we were going to the gym.
No, it's way easier than that.
Wow, what is this?
With my Smira, I have the most innovative home gym of all times directly into my living room. And I can join live and on-demand workouts, and I can also book one-on-one personal trainer sessions. Today we will join an on-demand workout. And for the workout, we will use some of the equipment which comes with the Smira.
Wow, it fits all in here. That's very smart.
Yes, and we will use the long barbell today. And now, if I'm doing my workout, I'm doing my repetitions, our 3D motion sensor detects my movements and it counts my reps, and it also shows me if I'm doing the correct speed on my repetitions.
Sounds like this mirror is also your personal trainer.
Yes, exactly. And it also detects the weights I'm using, so if I'm using too much weights or not enough weights, it also says that I can use more or less weights.
Impressive. Can I have one?
Yes, it's currently on pre-order for 1,980 euros, and the membership is an additional 39 euros a month.
What's included in this package?
So with the gym membership, you can use the account with up to 4 peoples, and this mirror comes with the fitness equipment all you need for your workout.
When will the first customers get this mirror delivered?
So we are currently on the content production, and this mirror will be delivered in June this year.
Why do you think now's the best time to launch a product like Smira?
COVID-19 changed the way people working and work out at home, and already 15% of all gym memberships in Germany are cancelled, and over 40% of them said that they will not return to the gym, and even 60% said that they can work out more effectively at home.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'm already excited for this mirror.
Yes, me too.
Thank you, Sebastian, for the nice video. It was really great to see what Smira is, actually. And by the way, for all of you watching this now, Smira comes from the Digital Hub in Bonn, because besides the Digital Hub in Aachen, there are 5 more ones in whole North Rhine-Westphalia. They are based in Düsseldorf, in Cologne, in Bonn, in Münster, and in Bochum. And I'm really happy now that there's power from Bonn here. Hi, Sebastian.
Yeah.
Great. So, yeah, I'm waiting for the question, and here's the first one. It's, yeah, I think it's a funny question. They ask, how big is your biceps?
I don't know exactly, but I think something around 45 centimeters.
Are you a fan of sports, or have you always been a fan of sports, or how did you get the idea for Smira?
Yes, so I'm working out since about 10 years in the gym, and yeah, due to the pandemic, it was not possible to train in the gym anymore. So I wished for the perfect solution for working out at home and working out at home effectively, and so we created the Smira Home Studio.
Okay, cool. So here is one question from the chat. It is, any patient issues with Mira Fitness Tool from the US, or are there any patient issues?
No.
Patent issues. I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong.
No. So the smart mirror technology itself is already, I think, a decade old, or maybe even older. And also we started way before Mirror in the US with the smart mirror technology, but on another field. And we already started in 2015.
Great. And who was the girl behind the scenes? Who else is in the team with you working on Smira?
So, yeah, this was Charlene. She's responsible for all marketing activities and that stuff. And then, yeah, also I have Stefan, our CTO and co-founder with me. And then also we have Dario, he's our head of engineering and construction. So we are doing all the hardware construction itself on our own. And yeah, then we have also Daniel on our team who's responsible for all financial stuff. So currently we have 5 people working on this project.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I had a look on your website and it really looks very professional. I really wanted to buy it, actually. There's another question. Are the bottles on the left side inclusive? So I guess what we could see in the video, what's included in the package.
So in the package, this mirror comes with a long barbel, 2 short barbels, and also, I don't know what's called in English, fustian roll. The company name normally is black roll. And then you get the collars to fix the weights, and yeah, you get a workout mat, and you will get all the weights, which are from 500 grams up to 5 kilograms, and for each plate. And it also comes with a heart rate monitor and some resistant bands.
That sounds great. And besides weightlifting, what other type of exercise are you planning to include?
So yeah, there are all different kinds for sure. Because we deliver all the equipment, we have some weightlifting stuff, and yeah. But besides of that, we also have yoga classes. You can do cardio, HIIT, and also relaxation. And for companies, we also have special back pain routines, so that you can do what's called an active break while you're working, once it's possible in the offices again. So it's also not a B2C product, but also B2B.
Okay, very nice. I have one more question. It is, what is the USP compared to, for example, applications like Peloton? I don't know what that is. Maybe you do.
Peloton is the bike and comes in different versions. So yeah, it's more focused on endurance workouts, and the difference for sure is I can place this mirror in my living room, and it's a normal mirror. I can use it as a normal mirror. And also we are planning to integrate a 3D party app party system, where we can develop other functions like smart home automations. You can use Spotify, you can use YouTube, whatever you want. And so that's for sure a huge difference. And then also, which makes our product unique, is that we have a 3D motion sensor which can detect all the movements. And so if you're doing an exercise wrong, we will correct you. And that's special about it.
Really nice. So I send you many greetings to Bonn from Aachen, and I really hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye, Sebastian. Have a great time in our event. Great. Larissa, that was a really rich first half of the event, and later people will also get to know our partners from Belgium and the Netherlands. But for now, we want to give you a 10 minutes break to relax a little bit, to chill, to refill your drinks, or even to network. Larissa, can you tell us what's going on Wordly during the break?
Yeah, we will open the networking area, and the button will appear again on your left side, or will be already there, since we are a little bit behind you, before you, of course. And we have integrated Wonder. It's a tool where you can navigate with your arrow keys and your mouse through a place. And then if you're next to a person, you get into a video call and you can talk. So let's meet some people.
Yeah, have fun, and don't forget to check back.
Hi, we are back, and we hope you had a great pause, and we even gave you a little bit more time, as you may have recognized. And I used the break to take a sip of water and saw some of you walking around at Wonder, and it's maybe a little bit like being here all together. Maggie, what did you do?
Yeah, I had a drink too. And I was walking around here in the church and just being happy that the first half of the event was so nice. And I was really excited what's happening now after the break.
Yeah, then let's have a look at our Dutch partners, and starting with some impressions of Keske. Looks very nice and engaging. Let's continue with Brightlands and Chris.
Making meaningful connections and fueling inspirational fires is the heart of innovation.
What's up, world? My name is Chris Sparks, and I'm the head of entrepreneurial development at the Brightlands Smart Services campus.
Home to over 30 companies and with hundreds in our extended ecosystem, big and small, anything an innovative mind could need is in one place.
In the future, the campus is going to be opening its doors more and more for everyone from Limburg and beyond to get more value from what we do here in Herbe. We feel strongly that by blowing open our knowledge and the knowledge of our network, that the campus will more directly provide value to everyone from students to CEOs, and from police officers to hairstylists, and everyone else in between.
Our collective goal is to propel Limburg and its neighbors into a global brand for innovation and create a future-looking, sustainable region along the way.
Thanks, Chris. It looks all pretty familiar to me. It may be because about 1.5 years ago, we were all there for Meet the Startups Euregio. And I hope we can come back pretty soon. But who's our first startup from the Netherlands, Maggie?
The first Dutch team is a health startup. Emosys wants to reduce epileptic attacks. And to achieve this, they use latest technologies. So Merdad now shows us how this works, and he joins us live from home. Hi Merdad, are you there? Great, I see you sharing your screen. Ah, right.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. And I can see you as well. That's great. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
So, shall I just start, or?
Yes, I would say the pitch is yours and the stage is yours right now.
Okay, thank you very much. 50 million people around the globe are suffering from epilepsy. 1/3 of them have no access to any real treatment. And about 20% of them are children. The main problem with epileptic seizures is the unpredictable nature of them. For example, Oscar, who is the child of Alex, who is our scientific lead, was diagnosed with epilepsy a year ago. And that's almost the time we started this company. Soon we realized that there is absolutely no devices on the market to accurately detect epileptic seizures. Set aside even predicting them. So we came up with the idea to use our expertise in wearable devices and AI to detect, monitor, and predict epileptic seizures. The device looks like this that you see on the picture, and also there are 3 generations for different categories of patients, not only epileptic seizures, but also 2 more categories to be added later, which are the MS patients and other neurological disorders such as the stroke patients. And the 2nd generation and the 3rd generation not only give the recommended drug dosage, but also can predict the seizure or the attack before happening. We want to start in 3 years the market launch in our planning. We start in the Netherlands, immediately expand to Germany and the UK, and then the rest of Europe, and then the rest of the world. We are currently in the proof of concept stage. We are making the MVP for hardware, software, and AI. The MVP for hardware is already developed, actually. And we have quite a nice team to do this. I'm Merdad Serafi. I'm the technical lead of the company. I'm a physicist and neuroscientist. On the business side, we have Nitsan, who is a great businesswoman. And we have Alex, who is on the scientific aspect and whose child was actually the reason that we started this company. We also have all the other related necessary specialties in the company. And we have also a lot of collaborations with universities and hospitals in Europe and around the globe. And what we are looking for is that we need another approximately 500,000 this year to fill. We have already raised 500,000, and we have some positions open. You can always write to me if you're a data scientist, if you're interested in brain data, if you're a software developer, if you want to have an internship, or if you are qualified for a more long-term position. And we are happy to hear any other ways you can help us, especially if you want to contribute something as investment. If you know some people with a background, family background in epilepsy, would be more than welcome for us. And I'm happy to represent Keske Maastricht also in this nice event.
Thank you so much for your pitch, and many greetings to the Netherlands. It's great that we can meet each other this way. Really, really great. Yeah, here's the first question in the chat already. It's, what are your biggest challenges right now?
Biggest challenges. I mean, for all the startups, one of the challenges is the financial aspect. We have now secured enough money not to be the challenge anymore for the next 9-10 months. There is a lot of regulatory affairs related to medical devices that we are complying with, and we need always ethics approvals of the ethics committee approvals from the hospitals. These are the main things, actually. The rest are we are meeting a lot of nice people, I would say.
All right, thank you for answering this question. Do you cooperate with universities or with doctors?
Yeah, exactly. So I showed the one before last slide. Basically, we have about 5 or 6 hospitals that we are collaborating with, also some neurologists. We have some in Germany. Our main university partner in terms of clinical studies is Charité Hospital in Berlin, actually. So it's we have some connections to Germany a bit further than Aachen.
That's a really nice example for working across. It's nice to hear that you're already in touch with the hospitals in Berlin, for example, or with doctors from Germany. Yeah, so good luck with finding more partners. And I've got another question from the chat. What is your biggest purpose, actually? So what motivates you to work for Emosis?
Well, we like the whole team, we used to have like a kind of consultancy company before in terms of wearable devices for health. We were giving advices to other companies and to hospitals and universities. But once the problem happened for the son of one of our colleagues, which was Alex's son, then it's just all ambitions to help this guy, basically, to stop the suffering of the whole family of Alex, who are facing this situation. The son cannot sleep alone anymore, for example, cannot drink tea or coffee anymore, because there is always a chance of spilling over the body. So anything like biking, driving, of course, are forbidden for his life. And like any similar thing, it's really unbelievable, the amount of burden. If we can even mildly alleviate this burden, that's the biggest satisfaction for us.
Great, that sounds really, really good. So yeah, I wish you so much luck with your business model. Yeah, see you later for the networking session, and thank you for your pitch.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So Larissa, I've got a question to you now, and the question is, when have you been to Belgium or the Netherlands the last time?
The last time is actually not far ago. It was at the weekend. I was taking a step into the Netherlands and into Belgium, because I was making a big walk to the tree border area.
Yeah, that's nice. It's very close to here, actually.
It is.
And you made a step into the Netherlands. That's where also the next team comes from, and you know who that is.
Exactly. Reinventing the data sharing experience, redefining how data is protected, and refining the digital data landscape. It's a big challenge, you think? Not for Emilian and Recheck. Recheck creates tangible blockchain-based solutions to solve real-life issues fast, easy, and cost-efficient. And I'm thrilled to learn more about it. Emilian, the stage is yours.
Hi, everyone. Hope you can hear me well. And really pleasure to take part in this event. So I will start first with the challenge, the problem that we tackle. And it is about the data landscape in the real estate sector. And the problem is that, as we heard from a number of market participants, it is a jungle out there. This information about real estate is fragmented, it's insecure, and it's quite difficult to gather such information and to make sure it is reliable when you need to implement some processes. For example, when you need to sell your house, when you need to make the evaluation, or when you apply maybe for energy certificates. We participated last year in the biggest Dutch blockchain hackathon called AC.E. And that was exactly the challenge as it was defined, how we can develop some practical solutions that can facilitate the implementation of real estate processes. And we come up with the idea of the building passport. And the building passport is digital space where you can manage real estate data. So imagine this as a secure vault, where you can put, on one hand, some certificates, some documents, but on the other hand, it's not something static, but it's rather a place or vault, which is quite dynamic in a way that different stakeholders, different players can interact, can access data, can verify it. And it is also a tool for compliance with the emerging and ongoing regulations and this transition to more sustainable properties. European Green Deal is another example, because for the next 10 years, the ambitious goal is that 30 million buildings in Europe should be renovated. And without tools for efficient and practical tools for data accessibility and verification, you cannot do the policy making and you cannot make this plan how to improve, how to renovate your house. What we do with the building passport, actually, we can manage real estate data at a very granular level, at the level of even a wall or roof, even at the level of the construction materials. And this is something that we currently implement. That's a pilot project for the Dutch government. We develop protocol called Unique Object Identifier, UOI. And with this protocol, you create identifiers of real estate objects, and you can link different data sets to these identifiers in a way that you can really make sure that this information is about this house or this building. And it can also be used as a reference layer. You can use the identifiers to manage this data sharing and data exchange in a more seamless way. So this is something that is open source, will be available for the general audience, and that is proving the viability of the unique object identifier will be available for general audience. So what we do is very much aligned with the European strategic properties, and the building passport is based on blockchain. So users and the homeowners are really in control of their data. And actually this could become a new class of digital asset. And when you sell the house, you can transfer all the data in a way that the new buyer can continue to use this information. And also you're in position to increase the value of the real estate and take some better price when you're making this transaction. because you can prove that you did some renovations, some improvements, and you have these trustworthy historical records. Thanks a lot for your attention. Really pleasure to participate in this event. And please send us an email or contact me if you see opportunities to collaborate. Thank you.
Thank you, Emilian, for your presentation. And I already have a lot of questions. So I start directly. What kind of data is used? How can I use it for my own house?
Yes, we start initially with data about air quality, because in the post-COVID era, this is something really important. So we can connect to different devices, like devices for cleaning the air or for this air circulation. So this is one of the important things that we have in mind. Also, we can process data about the energy consumption, the energy performance of the buildings, and the energy balance. What is the situation in terms of energy generated by renewable energy sources and by conventional?
Already the follow-up question, how much do you charge?
This is something that we also validate. Depends on the profile of our customer, depends on how we create value. The business model is very much data-driven, so there will be a transaction-based component, depending on how you access and how you verify data. But initially, we target commercial real estate and real estate funds. So we start with annual service fee plus this transaction-based component.
All right. Are you only focused on real estate assets to install, or also in general data token installations?
Data installations, did I hear you correctly?
Maybe my helpers need to rewrite the word if it isn't written correctly. So maybe I
can say that we are data agnostic. So we can, actually the building passport is something that is installed as a layer on top of existing platforms, systems. And it is a way to connect different platforms and facilitate the data exchange with these identifiers. So we are very much agnostic in terms of what kind of data can be processed and how it could be organized. But in terms of the visualization and the user experience, we have come up with some basic dashboards that can facilitate the decision-making for the homeowners and for the investors in the real estate.
It's a great project. How exactly are you planning to measure the different data sets?
Yeah, we have certain methodologies, and we would like to utilize some standards. Here I can share something that is comparatively hot topic now. It is this very strong push for investing in more sustainable properties. And for the investors, they need to comply with certain requirements, with certain regulations. State is compliant with these rules for ESG, environmental, social, and governance impact of the investment. So we're using these standards and these frameworks in order to show how the building passport is compliant with these rules, and then our algorithms facilitate the investing decision-making.
Okay, and I try for the final question again. The question, it's a word I don't know, and I maybe pronunciated wrong. So are you only focused on real estate assets, tokenization, or also in general data tokenization?
Yeah, I got the point. Thank you. So what we do is we just register this data on the blockchain, data about the real estate. So it is like creating a fingerprint of the data in a very secure, very immutable environment. So for us, blockchain is just a digital notary, a very secure and very immutable environment where you register certain data sets and you can verify them in the future. And you can increase the level of trust and security in the data. So not only real estate tokenization, yes, the building passport could become a kind of token and digital asset, but also the data is registered on the blockchain, and also each piece of data could become unique token, and you can combine this in the building passport. Hope that I made my point clear.
Thank you, Emilian. And the time is already over, so thank you very much.
Great. There's one more cooperation partner for tonight, and it's Belgium. And now we will see the video from the Corda campus in Belgium, where Mark Bendas wants to share some greetings with us. Have fun watching it.
Hello, I'm Mark Beenders, Community Manager of Limburg Startup, and you can find us at the beautiful Corda campus in Hasselt. Unfortunately, it was very difficult to send Belgian startups to your event this evening, but I promise we will come back next year and then we will participate on the event Meet the Startups. I wish you a wonderful evening, and as promised, we meet again next year.
Great, thanks Mark, and here we are at Meet the Startups Euregio, and you made it. You sent one startup, and Larissa, you know who that is.
Yeah, since we hadn't had enough AI startups for now, we have another one who is using AI inside of tech tools, for example, HubSpot, to improve the customer journey. And what I like especially, and I find very sympathetic, they believe in international collaboration. And not only their co-founders team is spread across the whole Europe, but also their clients are spread across the whole world and operate there. So now I'm very happy that Bart is in line with us, and happy to hear more.
Yes, hello everyone. So it's not just Bart, it is me, Ruben as well. So Bart is currently on a COVID-compliant trip in Spain, and I am reporting live from my living room here in Stockholm. Like the climate in the Euregio is a bit nice to me. Like I needed a bit more cold, so I moved to the north. So this means that on average, like, we are right there with you in the digital church. So pleasure to meet you, everyone. So we are more than happy to present ourselves here tonight. And so like a bit more about Quartz. Quartz is a product of the digital age, and what we are doing is more relevant than ever now. So today, some companies are very good at predicting like what it is that their customers need. Like if you're searching for something on Google, like they already know what you're interested in based on what you're looking for, like what other searches have been done, and they know. If you buy something at Amazon, they know what you want because of what you bought in the past, because of what you've been searching for, because of what other people that have similar interests to you are buying. So some companies are quite good at predicting those things, but this becomes a bit more difficult like when we leave the B2C sector and we start focusing on B2B sales, because there it's an entirely different ballgame. Your client is more complex. It consists of different people that all have different interests, and it becomes more difficult simply to predict like what makes things work. And this is where Quartz comes in. So what we have done is like we have developed a platform that enables customers to leverage all their first and third-party data assets in order to better predict and understand the needs of their customers. So can everyone see my screen, by the way? So I'm sharing now. So who is this dream team? As I mentioned already, Bart currently on a COVID-compliant trip here in Spain. Perhaps you can say hello, Bart, to our friends in the church.
Hello, hi guys. Nice to meet you all.
Yes. So then we have me as well here. So I am the co-founder focusing on commercial. Bart is taking care of product. And then we have Mohammed, who could not join us tonight, and he is our CTO/senior developer. Interesting to note here as well, we have been building this company like over Teams, over Zoom. So yeah, it's been a great experience doing this from different countries. And again, as you already mentioned, it's like we strongly believe in international collaboration. We think that this is the way forward as well. So how does it work? So nowadays it is so that like whenever a company, even a B2B context, like interacts with a client, there is a trace that is being left behind. So let's take an example. We have Sven here, who is a decision taker at a key account that a company is dealing with. So first, Sven receives a newsletter. He clicks, he opens it, he's being retargeted on LinkedIn, he's being contacted by a salesperson. Sven decides to come on board, he signs a contract, he receives a welcome email from the marketing department, but then things start to go a bit awry. There are service issues. However, the finance department doesn't know about these things and sends the invoice regardless. The service issue is not fixed. Support has to deal with it, but finance, again, is not aware of what is happening and continues to send reminders. Sven, of course, is not happy and decides to leave the company simply because his needs as a client are not being addressed and he feels that he can get better service somewhere else. So this is the problem that we are solving. So how are we doing that? We are integrating all scattered data sources that can be found at the client. So now we're talking about the different departments that there are in companies. We've mentioned sales, there is marketing, there are the support services, there is finance. These are the first-party data assets that can be found in a company. But besides that, many companies buy third-party data assets as well. They buy sales data from external providers like a Nielsen, for example. They buy market research about their clients. So they have a bunch of different data assets, but this is scattered. It is very difficult to distill insights out of this and to get a holistic insight about the needs of your clients. And this is what we do. So based on our platform, it becomes possible to understand like where every customer is in their journey. So we have developed a technology together with the University of Hasselt in order to understand where a customer is in their particular customer journey and like what can be done to influence this customer journey over time. What we want as a company, what we want as our clients, what our goal is for them is that all of their customers are champions. They are happy clients, they are engaged, they're simply satisfied with their product, they're simply satisfied with the experience that they're buying from the company. So this is what we want. And as a company, Quartz is giving the tools to our clients to achieve that result. So what is this in the end? What does it make possible? We make it possible for our clients to predict what their end clients need. Should they send an email and talk about efficacy? Or should they plan a physical meeting and talk about price? This is very difficult if you do not know like everything that is related to a particular client. And this is where the Quartz technology makes the difference. So again, we help our clients leverage their first and third party data assets in order to predict what a client needs and like what can be done to advance that particular client on their customer journey. And so why is this relevant in the end? Because better customer engagement, it is the cheapest form of marketing that is out there. Happy clients tell other people that they are happy.
Ruben?
This saves you quite a lot of money on your marketing budget.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but we need to continue and start the question round. The 3 minutes are already a little extended.
Okay, all right, no problem. This was the conclusion anyway. So more money, lower costs, and more efficiency. So that was the summary.
Thank you. Thank you, Ruben. Bart is also in the call and is also participating at the event, but thank you for pitching. Yeah, so I have already some questions from the chat. How do you get the data when there are multiple people creating?
What we do there is like we have developed a technology that basically is doing the plumbing behind the scenes in order to read the data from a customer relationship management system such as Salesforce or Viva. We have technologies that can read data from ERPs such as SAP or Oracle. So there is a multitude of systems that we can leverage, but the most important thing is like the company provides us with the data. They're the ones administering the data. What we do is like we funnel that data out, we do the analysis, and we channel the results of that analysis back to the clients.
Thank you. And as a startup, what is your biggest need right now? Is it maybe from investors, money, or do you hire people, or?
I would say it's people. So we're currently closing our funding round. So that's something that we spent quite a lot of time and effort on in the past couple of months. So I would say that's dealt with for now, hopefully. But our challenge, like many other companies here, is people. So in order to deliver on our commitments, in order to keep our investors happy, we need to achieve the numbers that we have set out for ourselves and for them. And this means that we need high-class, high-caliber people. I just heard the others talk about it as well, front-end developers, back-end developers, data scientists, marketeers. So, yeah, we're looking for people. This is what we need.
Okay, so maybe you can meet later in the networking area.
Yep. Bart, you were saying something?
No, I just wanted to add on that technical people, like development people, are really like a scarce resource, and this is the biggest challenge, to find the right people with the right technical skills.
Can I use your tool with my CRM system?
Yes.
Yes.
Depends on which system it is. Is it Salesforce? Is it Viva? But yes. So, short answer.
All right, the next question. What is your success rate compared to the predictions and the conversation rate?
The prediction and the conversation rate?
Yes. Or the question from the chat. What is your success rate compared to...
Probably conversion rate, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, we did like multiple projects. We transformed our business in the past, being a consultancy company, now to a product company. So we did a multitude of products. And what we see there is that the conversion rate goes from 5% upwards towards 15%. And then, the predictions, it's of course always based on the quality of the data that you insert into the system. But these are typically the conversion rates that we can accomplish. I don't know if that answers the question, but that's how I understand the question.
Yes, thank you. What's your pricing model?
We have a tiered pricing model. It starts with feasibility studies. So since every company has a different data architecture, so first it starts with that, like understanding what is it that they have, what is the business need, what is the organizational bandwidth, and what is their ambition. So this is what we do in a feasibility study. Once that is made clear, we develop an implementation plan together with our clients. Once that is done, then we sell them a license for a platform.
Thank you. Thanks for participating, and see you later in the networking.
Our pleasure.
Thanks a lot, and talk to you later.
Bye.
Well, Larissa, our program on stage is already over. I guess the time went by so fast.
Exactly. I'm a little bit sad, but the good thing is that we can meet you later in the fair, and the open of the fair will open now. And you can enter the fair by clicking on the fair button, and then there are different rooms from all the startups. And it's pretty easy, just click on the room or click on the icon, and then you'll enter the room and get in contact with the startups.
Yeah, and as you know, we keep continuing with planning great events like tonight and nice networking sessions. And I have got 3 top events for you. The first one is already next week. It's the monthly Founders Table. And this time it's an international edition, so it will be in English again. Please join. The second one is a nice ACE event. It's called Baklava Meets Printen, and there you can meet the Turkish community based in Istanbul. Don't miss it. The third one is the Digital Summit from the Digital Hub, and it will be in June with a very great keynote by Richard David Precht, and it has the theme Cooperate or Die. So now on Wordly, there will pop up a message, and you just have to hover over the event title, and there you can register yourself for the events. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Now it remains for me only to say thank you. Thank you to our 5 partners, Digital Hub, ACE, Kesko, Brightlands, and Corder Campus. Thank you for the people behind the camera, for the team of Digital Hub and the team of ACE. And also a big thank you to the startups. Thank you for Eventec for the video production, and to Wordly for the platform. Thank you, Maggie, for the joyful co-moderation. And of course, a big thank you for you for tuning in, for staying with us.
I'm so happy that we could realize this event tonight. Also, thank you from me to you, Larissa. And we're happy to meet you later.
See you at the fair.